So I just wanted to pop in. I just did an unboxing, another one for Dripper Designs. Um, this is one of the 7 diamond paintings that I bought. I believe maybe, I don't know. Did I buy? I think eight diamond paintings I bought from Dreamer Designs. I just got done doing another unboxing, and I still have it on my desk. Not a big secret. It's, what is it? It is Visions of the Past. And I was in my, I was just wrapping up and I said, I think with Wednesday I'm going to do a live. I really want to finish up Rico, but I'm not feeling well. And so what I'm going to do, and the only reason why this is happening right now is I'm going to take the drill kit from the unboxing that I just did. And I'm going to work a little bit on Rico. He only has like this much more to do, and I need to have a finish. I need to have a finish. It's getting crazy. It's getting nuts. So I'm taking the drill kit. The drill kit. Is it a drill kit? A toolkit? I don't know. Let's just get started. So I'm taking the toolkit from Visions of the Past. Ivan Valakovic is the unboxing that I just did. I have to edit it, and I just didn't. I wanted to. Oh, here's my other. There they are. I was like, I only got one placer. I didn't want to do another video where I have something else to edit because I'm going down. I mean, I could feel it. We were supposed to go away tomorrow for our anniversary. We were supposed to go away Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and we canceled. So I'm not going to Cape May I don't even call it an anniversary. I call it a honeymoon. It's so funny. I'm going on my honeymoon. I keep saying honeymoon. I guess I'm still so in love with my husband. So I'm stealing because everything has been moved in my home upstairs to my art room. And my husband is up there sleeping. He's not sleeping in my art room, but I didn't want to go upstairs and go grab anything. I'm like, I have the drills here. I'm going to just see how much I can get done here. This is all that needs to be done with Rico, and then I can call him finished. And he is just such a stunning, another Dreamer Designs, another beautiful canvas that I just absolutely love, love, love. I'm working with the lid of a shoebox because I have no more drill trays. And I have 10 new diamond paintings that I have to kit up, which is, something I wanted to talk to you guys about. Let me see here. What am I using? Oh, you know what's going to kill me? I don't have my art diamond putty. My art dot putty. Oh, no. That's upstairs, and I'm not going upstairs to get it. So what are we going to be working with? Who are we going to be working on? We're going to be working with you, because my art dot putty picks up ABs, and if I use the wax, I'm going to need water, and I don't have water here because everything is upstairs. Everything is upstairs. How is everyone? This is the right one, right? And make sure I'm going the right way because I'm sideways. Okay. Oh, I haven't used these trays in a while. I'm like, guess what? Let me do a little. It is Wednesday, and I feel like I'm in my unboxings, and I'm telling people instead of just doing I don't just do an unboxing. I'm always gabbing about something, and I was telling everybody what's going on, and I'm not going away, and I have a fat placer in there too. Oh, it's going to be a challenge. It's nothing with me down here. Okay, and I did a little demo, so I'm loaded and ready to go. I just have to be quiet now and start painting. But yeah, we were set to go tomorrow, and I'm already, there's a little residue on the drill from the wax, and I'm already like, I haven't dealt with that for a while since I start using our dot putty. No residue from the putty. Okay. All right, let's keep going. So yeah, John was like, Lee, I just really don't feel good. Do you mind if we cancel? And I'm like, nope. It's fine. We're still going to have an anniversary. And we'll just do it another time. And Somebody said something to me and I wasn't looking up. I'm sorry. I'll have to go back. I don't know why the messages disappear. Is there a way to keep them on here? Help me. um, so I was looking forward to Cape May because we go for our anniversary every year, and I like doing the little walk where I can shop and stuff. But he's not feeling well, and I just told him I'm not feeling well, and I really thought it was because I'm worried about my husband. I just thought this was like a minor injury. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be something else, and so you know this is the story. This is life, and the big party. That was another thing for his retirement. And we have like 2-day parties. We have like parties like they had like in the 60s and the 70s. People come the next day. Or maybe they never even left. I don't know. No, they did leave, but they always come by the next day because they know that I cook like a fiend. I cook like I'm having a wedding. And they're like, it was a great party. And it is because a lot of my husband's friends are musicians and a lot of them are who's playing piano and who's playing in the drums. I took my little hang drum out and they were banging on that and they're singing songs and Christmas carols. And I made a little, I'll turn my camera around and see if you could see through that window. Can you see through that window? But right here, you'll see I have like a little coffee sign and all. I made a little coffee station in my foyer where you could had coffee and hot chocolate and different whipped creams and different Irish cream and Sambuca and your coffee or your hot chocolate, whatever you wanted. And I had cookies and candies, and that room is staying like that. I have my own personal cafe right now. It's gonna be like that all year. That's gonna be my little room where I can go and write and I'm a planner now. Thank you, Lizette. I'm a planner now. Lizette Craft and Tells. I bought a planner, so I'm planning these diamond paintings that I am unboxing because these are going to be my diamond paintings for the year. So I unboxed the angels yesterday, and I am planning on doing them in February. I got them both from Diamond Art Emporium. They were made to order from Zonda Claus at Deviant Art. So I waited a little over 3 weeks, which I think is not, a bad thing for, a custom piece of artwork. And I loved everything. And he is what is that on there? He is a lot of color blocking and a little confetti, and she is a lot of confetti with a little bit of color blocking. So I'm trying to set my 2025, and I've been asking my members and my subscribers what they want to see. But I will say that I'm probably going to do the angels in late January, early February. I think you should just always start in the first of the month. So I'll start the angels the first of the month in February. Let everybody recuperate from the holiday and, getting, acclimated to winter now because it's January. And I want to then do Curtis Reikovich's Daydreamer that I've had for a year. She is a mermaid, and I'm going to do that during Mermaid. Now, I don't know if that's the name that the diamond painters use, but it's the name that the sketchers use because I sketch too. We call it Mermaid. And I put a shout out to Diamond with Doxies to say, what is it? Because she told me about it. She's like, oh, that's a beautiful. I'm like, I don't know when I'm going to do it. She's like, well, why don't you do it during May when we all do mermaids? And I'm like, huh, okay. And she already has enhancements that I got from DP with sparklers when I enhanced Marie. So that's coming up in May. And that's it. But I have this vision from the past that I just opened. And that painting is, oh no, I have one more. In July, I'm going to do Snow Queen. That's from Curtis Rekovich. And I haven't unboxed her yet. She was part of my Cyber Monday buy. And I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited. And was it available on Dreamer Designs? No, she sold out. Hello, good afternoon, Raccoon Eyes. Hi, it's so nice to talk to you. Oh, that's a pretty one too. Oh, so it is May. Is it called Mermaid or is it called something else? I can't wait to see everybody's mermaids. I can't wait. And let me tell you, the Curtis Reichovich one, she just looks like an Amazon coming out of the water. She is so pretty, and I love the color green. She's all different shades of green, and she has these like water bubbles on her that I went and got bubbles at DP with sparklers to trade them out. Hello, how are you? Hey, I'm going to do for my members. I see you guys popping up. I'm going to pull out, what am I pulling out? Chosen for tomorrow. So I will see you then. I don't know if I'll see you live. Good. I'm glad you're good. I'm glad you're good. Um, so watch your channel all the time, but never comment. But today I ordered from Ren and Diamond Art Emporium because the unboxing you posted today. They're so, I don't know. LOL, this is my first year of diamond painting. I started last December. So excited to do all the events next year. They can be overwhelming. I did them all, but maybe because I'm a creator and then I backed out. It was like, I'm doing one event, and that's with Anthony at Single and Placing. I love Anthony. He got me to start enhancing my canvases because he did a Gustav Klimt called Lady with a Fan. And when I saw what he did with that canvas, I'm like, you should be teaching classes. And he always looks at something, all his unboxings that he's gotten for Black Friday and Cyber Monday, he's kind of just looking at them and going, this is what I'm going to do here. Like, he just has that vision that and I really liked that when he was doing one of his enhancements, that he took us along to DP with sparklers with him. That was fun. It was like you got on a bus and you were going to DP with sparklers to see what Anthony was going to buy for his painting. And I actually did that with you guys. I enjoyed it so much, and you guys enjoyed it too, to see, let me see what they have and what can I do and what are you doing. But the water bubbles wasn't easy for me with the mermaid. I was just like, and they're so pretty. One is called River, because my mermaid is coming out. Like I said, she's like an Amazon. She kind of looks like Godzilla coming out of the water. And I got the ones called River, and I got the ones called Luna. Oh, they're so pretty. They're gonna make that water look great. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Really, really, really great. I am so glad. So give Ren a little time. He's overwhelmed with orders. He was in constant contact with me um, when when I was like, he's like, listen, it's a custom order. He told me that straight off the bat. It's a custom order. It's going to be like 3 weeks. And I was like, fine. But then he was like, I'm overwhelmed. And I was like, I get it. I've had my own businesses. It doesn't matter how soft of an opening I've ever had. I've been overwhelmed. So I get it. Don't worry about it. I'm not doing anything with it right away, but I would love to do that in February. My one member, Lisa, wants to do, well, right now with my members, I'm doing Curtis Reichovich, Chosen. And I showed my subscribers the unboxing of Chosen, but there hasn't been an update yet on her, and she's 3/4 of the way done. So I want to get I might even be able to get that under my belt. She is stunningly beautiful because I forget who it was. I think it was, oh gosh, it was Gabrielle that was like, oh my God, Marie's eyes on Let Them Eat Cake are gorgeous. And I'm like, that's a staple with Curtis Reichovich. He does these Wicked Damsels. And I don't think they were always called Wicked Damsels. Or round but wanted square. He answered immediately. I got Surreal 32. Is it an angel, Dana? Did you get an angel too? Because I'm going to go look it up. I was going over to check to see, like, oh, did my order ship? And I was getting sucked in to his new ones that he was putting up. And then I think he just put a notice up that said, hi, I was just talking about you. Were your ears ringing, Anthony? How are you? One of your members came over yesterday, and she's like, oh, I forget her name because she just talked to me yesterday, and she was like, can I ask you, I'm curious, who do you follow as far as oh, so cool, Three Faces. And I told her, I was like, I follow you, Anthony. And she's like, well, I found you from Anthony. I'm like, that's great. Welcome. Oh, I know. He had some really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. But I was so happy. I was afraid that the angels that I got were going to be too overwhelming for me. And I was hoping that they were also printed in black and white ink. One of my members, 80s chick with glasses, she does Josephine Wall from the one with the diamond art, and she sent me pictures yesterday of her Josephine Wall that is through the keyhole. It's really cute. It's like a little boy. He might be even be on a unicorn. You know, Josephine Wall, there's just so much hitting you. And he's got like a telescope and he's looking out through the inside of the keyhole to the outside world. But she opted to get her canvas in black and white. I'm like, what does that mean? Does it mean that you get black and white symbols on your canvas? And she's like, no, the canvas is white and the symbols are black. I'm like, no, you have to send me pictures. So we exchanged cell phone numbers and she sent me a picture and I was like, okay. That's like diamond painting a newspaper. And she's like, oh yeah, it's confetti on serious crack, but I love it. And she's got one row done already and she's a beautiful diamond painter and everything looks really nice. But she's like, I don't do it often. And I really think that there's something to doing. I'm going back to like when I had my businesses and I was, I'm on a train, I'm here, I'm there, blah, blah, blah. And that you get like your mind just needs to unravel and something that complicated, because it is a little complicated to me or chaotic, you really need to concentrate on. And I think that it allows your mind to just focus on something else and unravel itself. Does that make any sense? Am I making sense? But I'm really hoping to get this Rico. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? I love doing these pop-up lives because, like I was saying, I'm a planner now, but I'm really not. I think I'm just lying to Lizette. No, I'm not. I really have to plan my diamond painting schedule. But if I were to say, yes, I'm going to be live Monday morning at 10 a.m., it would be like something, it's like I always joke, the gods are always listening and, something's going to happen Monday at 10 a.m. where I can't be there. And then I feel like I'm letting people down. This way, I'm not letting anybody down. I'm just surprising you all. Hi. I like the surprise. So I just did another unboxing, and Anthony, if you're still there, I didn't edit it yet, but I just unboxed Ivan's Valakovic. I think I got it right that time. Vision of the Past. And I know that you got a few. I can't keep track. It's like this artist to me, maybe it's just everybody that I follow. I feel like he just exploded and everyone is doing an Ivan. I know, again, 80s Chick with Glasses is doing Cosmic Spiral. A few other of my members are doing I think two of them are doing Cosmic Spiral. And I know that you have a bunch that you're doing, that you've unboxed. You've been unboxing like crazy. I think I caught up with 3 of your unboxings yesterday. And Anthony has an eye that, like, I would look and I would be like, oh, that's sweet. And then he goes, oh, that's a gorgeous one. And you know what else I'm excited for? Your Dean that you sent out, that you have somebody that's, working with you to do the enhancements. I just went on I was talking about you for like 5 minutes when this came on about how you enhance your canvases. Oh, I know. Hi, Lillian. We all love Anthony. We're sending you lots of love, Anthony. We all love Anthony. But the last train to Tokyo, which was when I went on his site, when I went on, is it Diamond Art? No, Anthony, is that your first Dreamer design too? I think it's your first Dreamer design. I will tell you that when I did Visions from the Past, I just unboxed it now. I have to edit it. I was really impressed with the drills. I was really impressed with Dreamer Design drills. Like I've been a Curtis Reikovich fan, so I've been doing a lot of his artwork. But when I was showing up to the camera what the drills were and the color palette, oh my God. What is there a color? Is there a crayon in the box that he forgot? Because with Visions of the Past, I was like, usually you do an unboxing, you could say, you look at the palette and you're like, oh, there's like, it's leaning towards blues or greens or pinks or, forget it. There is like, I laid all the drills out on top of the canvas just to show how many different colors there were in that. And I really think that Visions from the Past, I did my best to capture the image on the canvas because there's so much going on in that canvas that I don't think that even my camera could have focused on, like, what am I looking at? What is this? Because there's a bed and there's stuff on the bed and there's a lot of plants and there's stuff on the floor. There's a big window scene of a I think it's a sunrise, and the scene, like, to me, it looks like New York, and it's just so beautiful. But my camera was like, let me look, where's this sticker sheet? I have to look and see, what am I actually looking at here? It's so beautiful. And again, the color palette, amazing, amazing. Love it. I have to start working on my muka too. I'm going to get in trouble. Are we coming towards the end of the month? Wait, that's till December 31st. Yes. In fact, one of your members that came over was actually doing muka too, because she was like, I'm going to look at your muka. I'm going to watch your muka master classes while I'm doing my muka. So that was nice. Very sweet. So what am I doing here while I'm talking to you guys? I'm reading your messages, but Rico is almost done. And let me tell you, a ton of ABs in this canvas. This is from Romance Art from Diamond Art Club. All the flowers are ABs. If you can see this big, huge flower right here. All the flowers are ABs. You see the feathering in his chest? That's all white ABs. ABs along here, this beautiful lace work in here. He is a stunning canvas, but I'm not going near the ABs right now while I'm talking to you guys because I don't have my diamond. I don't keep saying diamond art putty. I don't have my Art Dot putty. Art Dot just came out with a putty, and it comes in a tin, and you can pick up your ABs with it. No problem. No problem at all. You can multi-place ABs with this putty. I'm just like, my mind's blown. And so I pulled Rico back out because what I was doing with my ABs, with the second pen that you get from Dreamer Designs, it has this cone tip on it. And during the summer, when it was hot and I felt like I was diamond painting in the middle of the Sierra Desert, and the wax was getting sweaty and the putty was getting stringy, I don't ever put anything in my cone tip from this pen from Dreamer Designs. All I do is I take the cap from the wax that they give you, and I love their wax. Their wax is great. That's what I'm diamond painting with now. I take the cap and I put a little water in there, and all I do is dip my pen in water and pick up my ABs, and they go down like a dream, like a dream. I love it. I love this pen. Now I opened up one of my waxes because I wanted to show you guys something else. This is what I loaded the pen with when I was doing my little thing. You know how you know how it has two pieces of plastic? You take the top part off, of course, to load your pen. Don't take the bottom part off because you could stick if you use a lot of wax and you are constantly loading, see that? It doesn't stick. So you can leave this right out. Because I'm always, if you're like me, and I'm just like a mess, one of those crafters that everything is everywhere. And so like if I needed to load up right now, oh, okay, I know where my wax is. It's right here. Boom. I'm ready to put it away. Just pick it up. Oh, see, my plastic stayed. I have no nails. I have to put my nails back on. Do I have to take those killer? Yep. I have to take the killer tweezers out. I'm always getting injured with these tweezers. I don't use tweezers. I use cuticle nippers that I have designated for my diamond painting. I can't grab them because I have no nails. I cut my nails all short. But see, he'll come right off. So yeah, there you go. There's a little tip. I give a lot of tips out. I'm going to keep them back over there. I know I'm not going to need them, but these scare me to death. Does anybody use these for anything else? I could tell you that when I was, if you ever got putty stuck on your canvas, and that's the other thing, the Art Dot putty, I literally take the pen and I show my members. I stick it right on the canvas. It won't stick to the canvas. But when I was pulling putty off with a tweezer, I would take it off, and then I would use, we'll have a million of these to like wipe it off. I use these for a lot of things too. If you don't, oh, I stabbed myself. I did. I stabbed myself. There you go. Put them away. These, if you ever have a tray that you lose your little stopper, you can squish this right in, and you can make your own little stopper for your diamond painting tray if you lose your stopper. But I do like the Dreamer Design boat because they're stackable, and they have this little foot here that drops down and snaps back in. And they also have a little separator that comes with the kit. And I usually use that for my ABs. Usually don't use this, but like I said, I'm not feeling well, and I wanted to pop on with a live because I really want to have someone hold me accountable for getting my Rico done here. My little Rico. He is actually going to Florida. My husband, being that he was a postal service worker, they have their own retirement community, and we have a place there that we will be renting, and it'll be ours. And so when I decorate that little apartment, Rico will be front and center in Florida. But I am trying to get, I'm like, is anybody like, I think I was listening to Katie, and I don't get to watch Katie a lot. I did watch when her mom, Katie from Diamonds and Washi, I watched when her mom was in because I thought that was interesting. And I watched her the other day. What was she doing? She was doing a canvas with a lot of color blocking. And I just wanted to see what that was like because she's so diverse. I mean, anybody that does two Josephine walls just from two different companies to see what the difference is. I mean, I feel like I would have to genuflect if I ever saw this girl in person. But she was, what was she talking about? Oh God, I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to think of what she was talking about, what episode I actually saw. I'm gonna try and pick up with this fat placer that I have here. I'm so used to, oh, I know what it was. See, I was watching Katie Diamond paint, and we all have the things that we use to diamond paint, and I think Katie's pretty consistent. I think I stopped to watch her because she had a Diamond Art Club new canvas that had the perforation on the cellophane, and I think that she was, oh, she was Christmas drink. Yeah. And was she covering her perforations, still doing it with the washi tape? I think that's why I stopped to look. Because when I was a beginning diamond painter, I was getting a lot of flack, like, don't you do anything else than Diamond Art Club? I'm like, no, that's all I know. That's all I know is Diamond Art Club. And then I ventured out into Dreamer Designs, and like Dreamer Designs, when I found Curtis, like that was it. I was just like, this is, because Curtis's artwork is much like my sketch work. I follow another sketch artist that I wish he would do. I wish he'd license some of his artwork. And that's James Luke Burke, Burke. I just find his creative process and how he sketches fascinating. Jane Davenport is another person that I like her sketch work. And they kind of look like, Jane is not really Curtis, but I would love to see their diamond paintings. I would love to see them license their artwork to a diamond painting company, and we would be able to diamond paint with them. And that's the other thing too. I think I stopped because she was doing a new Diamond Art Club with the perforations. I think that she was still using her method of washi tape, and I found that fascinating because that's her creative process. And even though Diamond Art Club came in and said, hey, we're going to perf these lines for you. I didn't like them. I know that there's red lines now, and it was Anthony's unboxing that I was watching, and he was like, oh, there's new red lines. And I was like, what's everybody talking about? And he was like, oh no, they're on the canvas. And I was like, oh, what is going on? Did I get one with the new red line? I don't think it was Winter by Alphonse Mucha. It wasn't, because I'm doing Winter with Anthony's Mucha Mania, and I didn't even realize that the perforation lines were there. And then I was like, oh, I remembered, but I couldn't see them. So I was getting my China marker, the wax crayon, and I was rubbing the wax crayon along the perf line so that I could see the lines. Maybe that's why I stopped. And I'm trying to, we all have those ways that we like to diamond paint. And like, and not only was she doing that beautiful canvas, that was a beautiful, colorful canvas. And I know the other reason why I stopped was that everything was so curated. The canvas, the pen, the washi tape, the putty, the wax, everything was so curated, and it was so holiday-ish and so happy that, I just couldn't help but stop and see what she was doing. I like I said, I don't get to pop in that much with diamond painters that I would love to watch all the time. Oh, I saw the little deer too. He's so cute. Oh, like Nordic Christmas. You're gonna lose your mind. I'm telling you right now, get the Art Dot Putty because there are 3 bags of white AB drills, and thank you for using my link. There are 3 bags of white AB drills, and the Art Dot Putty made it so easy for me to multi-place them. And I was actually going to take that out and do that because like it's Christmas time and I'm diamond painting a flamingo. It's really not unusual, but yeah, I love Nordic Winter, and I saw Diamond Painting with the Besties unbox that. I seen it. I was like, oh, it's sweet. It's a lot of color blocking. I'm not really a color blocking person, but when she unboxed it, I was like, oh no, not on this putty. The putty is amazing. The putty is amazing. I don't, that's probably something that I'm just going to stick with. Unless somebody else, I don't know what it is. Maybe, I think there is a name for it. It is Art Dot Putty. You'll see it. It comes in a tin can. It might be in one of my links too. I think it's in the Nordic Winter link, but it comes in a tin can that says Stay Calm and Diamond Paint with a little crown on it. And I think it's called low moisture or low absorption. It has like a crazy kind of definition to it. But I'm thinking, is that for people that are in maybe humid weather? Because I couldn't imagine if I was still living in Florida diamond painting, because I went through a crazy summer here in Philly, and the wax was sweating and the putty was getting all stringy, and that's why I took out my diamond, my Dreamer Designs pen with the cone, and I was just using water, and it was like, hey, it's hot, I'll pick my drills up one at a time, no problem. Oh, hey, I'm in South Philly, in Philadelphia, with the accent that everybody makes fun of. I love, who is it? Who is it that does the South Philly accent? Is it Tina Fey? I think it's Tina Fey on Saturday Night Live. And Sherry O'Terry. When I lived in New York, people would say to me, oh, I love your accent. I'm like, what accent? I don't have an accent. You guys have an accent. They're like, no, we don't. I'm like, come on. But yeah, I didn't know I had an accent until I'll tell you who does a really cool Philly accent. Brad Cooper. No. Alien or Intergalactic Putty? Are the aliens dropping it off when they're visiting here? I can't believe that we're not more frantic, that there's these unidentified objects in the air and everybody's like, oh yeah, it's the aliens. Where do I get it from? Or so I just look it up as alien or intergalactic putty. I'll tell you something else about the Art Dot Putty. when you have to change your putty, which will be never, it just keeps, it's literally annoying because you know you have your little ritual, like, let me sit down to diamond paint, let me load my pen. It just, I don't know, it's amazing. Okay. Um, you don't throw your putty away. When you clean your Art Dot putty out of your placer, don't throw it away. They tell you to keep it. And you know, you just keep making a little ball and you stretch it. Remember, like silly putty, if you're that old, and you just stretch it and you can reuse it. And I'm telling you that the reused putty is better than the fresh putty. Because, you know, when we would take fresh putty out, we would have to like go like this and like dirty it up a little bit. Everybody would say, oh, dirty putty's better. No, this works better the second time around than it does the first time around, and then it's done. Then it's not going around for a third time. Oh, I have somebody that wants to meet me. Oh, well, I'm busy. So I love these little pop-up, you know, how do we keep it all straight? There's like messages going on. You're doing a live. I got do not disturb on, but things are still popping up in the air going, oh, somebody wants to meet you. Like, no, busy. Is that what the do not disturb is for? So that the messages don't come through, or do I have to tell my phone to do that too? So crazy. I am so okay. I have yet to unbox Sky Retreat. Of course, Curtis's Snow Queen. I have another new to me artist. Her name is Simona. And I was getting confused as to where I bought it from. I'm like, because I was on Diamond Art Club. I'm like, oh, I must have bought it from Diamond Art Club. She is with Diamond Art Club. She is with Dreamer Designs. And she is with Diamond Painting Shop. And she has different designs in each shop. And I got Tiger Heart from Dreamer Design. I really wanted the Little Mermaid that was on from her on Diamond Art Club because she reminded me of La Dolce Vita. It reminded me of that scene in Italy in the fountain, because the Little Mermaid is just, and there's like these cute little animals too that are like little, I think it's a kitten that's a mermaid too. Yeah, the kitten's a mermaid, but also flying. It's a crazy scene. Um, so that I have. I can't tell you what's in the other boxes. I don't know. I wasn't even supposed to get involved with this Black Friday. I wasn't even supposed to get involved with it. Black Friday. I was like, well, you know, I'll just, I might look. I don't really know if I'm going to do Black Friday. And, you know, I have such anxiety, and I was in Anthony's Mucomania with the gang, with Anthony and Mia and Artemis, and everybody was talking about Black Friday. And you kind of get like, even though you're like, well, there's a few things on my list, I really don't know. Like, maybe, I don't know. I have a lot that I still have to get done. And so I was, you know, then you get that FOMO, and it was like working on my brain that by Thanksgiving I couldn't take it anymore. And I went to Dreamer Design because they had a thank you 20. And what did I buy? I bought, yeah, I bought the two Ivans and the Tiger Heart. And I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I did it. I'm done. I could stop, you know, I could breathe again. And then it was one of my members that was like, well, if you're not going to do Black Friday, how about Cyber Monday? I'm like, what the heck is Cyber Monday? I just thought I had to live through one more day. And that was it. I was like, I can't. So I was all over the place. I was in um, Diamond Painting Shop because I really want a Hannah iterations. I really want Rowan, which is the young lady with the top hat on walking through the garden. Absolutely beautiful. And then she has one that's like, I don't know if it's called fairy tale or storybook, but it's a castle, and it kind of looks like a water painting. The flowers are in the foreground, the castle is in the background, and the paint is dripping down, which is a technique that a friend of mine who is a painter used to use. He would do his paintings. Was he doing oil? I don't think he was doing oil, acrylic, and then he would do like this rain technique where he would um, get his brush really wet and put it along the top of the canvas and let it just drip down this beautiful artwork. But I mean, that was his process, and it was just stunningly beautiful. I don't know if you know Perry Milo, Raccoon Eyes, because he's a Philly guy too. He's a pop artist, Perry Milo, and he was my neighbor for a while. And when they couldn't find me in my restaurant, I was usually bugging Perry to paint. go next door and like, let me relieve my mind a little bit. Let me see what he's doing. He was always doing something exciting. He was great with gold leafing and stuff. That's another thing. I had this idea that, all these drills that we use that are like kind of crappy, that we, like trash drills, um, that we not get rid of them, but that we do maybe come up with a technique where, if you've ever been to Italy and you see the old paintings on the wall, they're like fresnos and they have like that copper patina on them. Not copper, but they're patinaed, and they're, chiseled at. Like, wouldn't that be a great effect on a diamond painting, or would it not render? I don't know. I always had this dream of doing something like that, of like making the diamond painting look distressed. I think it's just my life of crafting, they're colliding with each other, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody will try it one day. Um, I know you guys are probably saying, who wants to have broken drills on a canvas? But I don't know. I would just love that effect. I would love that Fresno effect of looking at a painting that looks distressed. And if anybody knows anything like that out there, let me know. I'm always in the public domain. I have another public domain that I would like to have um, done, custom done, but I don't know who I want to give it to do the artwork. But it's another stunning piece. It's another artist I never heard of. There's so many artists in the public domain that have fascinating works of art. The last two that I did, well, no, the last one that I did, which was Beauty and Violet, I had never heard of Paul Quinzac, and he had like maybe less than 30 paintings that he did in his lifetime, because he was more into academics. I believe he was a professor, and any kind of information. Usually I do a master class with any kind of artist work that I do, and I just really couldn't find anything on him, and I felt really bad. But he has Allegory of Music, which is a beautiful diamond painting, and it's a beautiful painting that would make a lovely diamond paintings, because it's all done in this pastel color, very like minty green. I think he also has Allegory of Art. So he had some beautiful paintings, but the only thing, and it's so sad, the only thing that I could have found on him was his obituary. And it was like one line, and it just said like Paul Quinzac died on whatever date. And like that was it. Like there was nothing about him being an artist, nothing. And I think maybe that he was a professor, something like that. But, if you're ever looking to do something custom, the public domain website is a beautiful place. And I like Art VEE. I like them too for public domain, because you can download things in high resolution if you pay like $10 a month. And usually, if I'm going to have something custom made, then I am going to do a high resolution download so that I can send it over. And Dreamer Designs has been doing my customs, and they always do a really great job. But one of my members said that she had two done, and that the canvas was messed up, and that the DMC codes were wrong. And I was like, really? That just sounds like, I've had two done from them, and I had, they're very one-on-one with you. Like you could send them what you want to have custom made, and then they will get in touch with you. They'll give you a mock-up. They'll talk you through it. Do you like the color? Do you want to change anything? Do you want any enhancements? I think they include one with the painting. But I was really upset that she didn't have a good experience with them. And so someone else told me another company for, I don't know if it was the one with the diamond art. I don't know if she does customs, that she might be a good place to do a custom with. So I don't know, but I have enough to keep me busy, and I'm still trying to remember what the heck I bought. What's in the other box? Because this box is open. I'm trying to think what's in the other box, and I know it's Dreamer Designs. Is that great? And I know that I did not buy a Curtis. I was like, no, you have to buy because I'm overseas. I think also their customs come from overseas too. And they did have a great sale on the customs. I think it was like 30% off. I mean, on the overseas collection. Actually, Curtis had one in there that was called the Prince, and it was actually the frog. The Prince Frog, the Frog Prince. And I thought, with all these damsels that I have hanging on my wall, I think they need a I think they need a prince. I am going to do a little video on him because I went over to his um, Instagram, and if Dreamer Designs was ever going to take his collection and turn it into diamond paintings, which they could, I would go broke. I would go broke. It would be done. I would have to sell my house. Everyone is so pretty, and it makes me wonder why they're not a little bit more diverse with what they feature on Dreamer Designs. No. Because he does, I mean, he does, like, I changed the skull on Marie Antoinette's cupcake. Okay. I take my cupcakes very personally. The cupcake is not poisoned. Unless Curtis was on keto and he decided that, the cupcake was poisoned due to the sugar. But I just wanted, Marie had enough things going on. 2 customs from Jaded Gem Shop, and I love them. The nice thing about going with her is if you submit a public domain piece, she usually puts it up for general sale too. Yes, I know. So others can enjoy it and get the same kit. I know. She did the 2 that I had on my YouTube channel, and I saw them up there. One of my subscribers said, "Hey, Jade's got your your diamond paintings on her site," and I was like, "Well, I wish you would have known. I wish I would have known that, because I could have had my members or my subscribers do a whatchamacall with me, do a paint along with me. Like, I'm going to be doing this, and if you want it, I wonder what her. Oh, I would imagine, I'm thinking, out loud, but I would imagine if I got a custom from her, because I saw your Muka and I saw Mia's Muka, and they were beautiful. And I think you both got them from Jade. Really, I mean, the one that you did, I can't remember the name, but I know she killed her children. That's what I remember. I know Mia's is beautiful too. I'd love to do a photo of my favorite celebrity. And I can't even believe that you said that. I was working at the Ink Pad, which was New York City's only rubber stamp store. Okay. And Anna Nicole Smith died, and I had to leave the store. I was walking the streets of New York, and I was crying. I love that girl so much. And I knew that when her little baby boy died, I'm going to cry, that she was not, even though she just hadn't had a baby and she had her beautiful little girl, that she was just not, her heart was, she was done. She was done. How do you go on? How do you go on? And I can't believe you said that. She is like one of my favorite. You would have to estate. I think maybe if you go to her estate, I don't even know who controls her estate. I think, I know. Was that when she was the guest girl? Well, she's the guest girl, right? Yeah, she was the guest girl. Oh my God. I just loved her. I just loved, like, there was just, she didn't care. She just was what she was. She just said what she wanted to say. And she was always so funny and just wanted to enjoy life. And she was just a big ball of life, of life. She was just drunk on life, of just, not staying where she was planted. I think that was the one thing that I really loved about her. Not staying where she was planted. Like, I'm getting out of this town. I'm going to make something of myself because I know I got it. And she was always so entertaining to watch. I didn't like when she got too, because, there's people behind the scenes saying, do this, it'll help our ratings. But she was all right all by herself. Oh, yeah. I love Anna Nicole. I can't believe you said that. Oh, gosh. Hi, Anna. Gone but not forgotten. We're still thinking about you. And I just saw her come across my Instagram feed For what reason, I don't know. But her little girl is so gorgeous too. Probably because isn't she still in the Bahamas? Is she buried in the Bahamas or something? There was something about that too. Oh, that's probably why I just saw it. Yeah, I loved her. Um, Maybe her daughter's father has control of her estate because, like, I didn't get too involved with what was going on with the family and all that because I know there was a lot of tension there, but I don't know. I don't know how you would get unless you have. Listen, you can. It's so scary, but you can probably go to AI and say, "Draw me a picture of Anna Nicole." And like, it's like yours now. I know. She's so pretty, that kid. And he did such a good job. He did such a great job raising her. He really did. He really needs to be patted on the back. But that poor boy, he was her whole world. I couldn't do it. I tell my son all the time, "Yeah, please, Josh, be careful when you're out. Please, Josh, please, 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 because I won't be able to go on without you." So it just shouldn't happen that way. Um, I don't know how you would get permission. I mean, unless you get an artist to do a rendition of her. Is there anyone that has an Anna Nicole um, art out there? Because I used to like I rubber stamps of all celebrities. Why is it saying you're live? Did something happen? It's saying you're live. I know I'm live. Um, I don't know. Is there anybody that's done a portrait of her that you could get permission to have? Or is there one already? That's what I think. That's the train of thought that I was on. Is there one already that you could use? That's going to be a tough one, I think. I don't know. I never thought about doing a celebrity that I love. Even though I like Viva Las Vegas, I have a lot of celebrity rubber stamps. Like I think I have Elvis, I have Ava Gardner, I have Audrey Hepburn. But unless maybe they're just for personal use and it's okay that I have them and I not make artwork out of the stamp and try and sell it. I think Lizette was talking about she wanted to introduce another craft onto her channel. And after like weeks of all of us like anticipating what that craft was going to be, she didn't have permission to show it on her channel. And it was it was like a coloring book, but you did it with stickers. And I've had that. When she unveiled it, I was like, oh, I know exactly what that is because I would get Flow magazine that you pick up in your bookstore. It's called Flow, FLOW, and there's a lot of like intentional um, essays that you can read and participate in, mindfulness and artwork and paper, and it's just crammed with paper art. And that was one of the things that was in there. And it was like a mindful moment. Why don't you do this picture? And it was putting the stickers. And I was like, well, that's easy. And it wasn't. It was of a fox. And it was kind of like done in like a mosaic fashion, the stickers. And you had to, you know, paint the fox with these stickers. And so she wanted to do that. And she thought that she had permission. But it turned out that no. And it was like this like kind of little loophole. I can't remember the technicality, but I think that she also has like she has some legal experience too there. And when I did my I was thinking about it when I did my finish for Marie Antoinette. I have the Vogue magazine. It was probably like a seasonal one because it's like 500 pages. It's like a Bible. And Kirsten Dunst was on the cover in the costume that she wore for the movie. And inside were all pictures of Versailles and all this and that. And I'm like, can I even show this? Can I flip through this magazine and show it? I'm like, well, I'm going to take a chance. But I did. I showed everybody, because I was telling a story about Marie Antoinette, and I love the movie, and I wanted to show the pictures that were in this. That sits on an easel in my art room because I think every girl has a little Marie in her, More than a little Marie in her. I can't even imagine being 14 years old and being told I have to marry somebody from another country. And he's 15. That's a hell of a story. Marie Antoinette was a hell of a story. 14. And the weight of the world on her shoulders. I think I even made that the tagline of my video, that she had the weight of the world on her shoulders. She was 14, and um, she was to marry, become the Dauphine before she became queen. And this is making me nuts. I miss my putty. This is making me nuts. A liner tool, because I'm getting wax on the drills. I haven't had to deal with wax. And I know what I used to do. I used to wait until I was done diamond painting and then take my little brush and brush it off. But I miss my putty. I miss my art dot putty. But I am going to, check out those other putties. But getting back to Curtis, I wish that Dreamer Designs would do a little bit more diversified collection of his, because he has pieces in there like Chosen. Well, I guess they did, because Chosen, when I was looking at his Instagram, Chosen is all face. Her entire face takes up the entire canvas. And her hair is all wild, and she has a butterfly that landed on her forehead. And when I went to his Instagram, he has a series of girls with butterflies on their head. Really pretty. Um, but when I was looking at canvases that were similar, there's one of a girl, and you could see her whole body, and she has a bee on her shoulder and like a honeycomb coming out of her skin. And if you look at her, you're going to see it right away. It looks like Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City. She looks exactly like Carrie Bradshaw. And I would love to do that, because Sex and the City was so much of my restaurant life. We used to play it at the bar, and we would have Sex and the City night in my restaurant. Make cocktails. We would make Cosmos, and that was a big draw for people to come out on Sunday night and watch Sex and the City and have a pizza. And he has like another one that looks exactly like Gwyneth Paltrow. He has one that looks exactly like Shakira. And I'm like, what is this about? And then he has other ones that are like Tippi Hedren in the scene from The Birds. He has Breakfast at Tiffany's, all done in that Curtis Rekovich style. They're really fascinating. They're really beautiful, beautiful paintings. And I'm like, I make up work. And he, talk about being a painter. He paints in oil, and then he varnishes them, and then he sells them. And they're going for about $1,000 each. And Marie was, oil varnished. But she was also a diamond painting. I love being able to have a piece of artwork in, that, I've reproduced into it from a diamond painting in my home. That's what I love about the Gustav Klimt, and I love the, what other one? Oh, are they both Gustav? No, Paul Quinzac, Beauty and Violet. But I will, I don't know if Anthony's still there, but what scares me about Jade? And if you know me long enough, I cannot make a decision. It's like I kid around and say I've never been in 42 flavors, but I really haven't, because my brain would just explode. It's like chocolate or vanilla. That's it. I didn't even offer my kids strawberry, because forget it. It's like, what do you want, chocolate or vanilla? That's it. I know that there's a lot of questions when you order a canvas from her. And I think I just get overwhelmed. So if she wants to hold my hand through the process, maybe port me a Cosmo too, then I'll be able to. I think that's why I did Dreamer Designs. I mean, I do like what I got from them, but it was just easy. It was just easy. Because I see with Jade, it's like, do you want special drills? And then there's like 15 special drills that you can order. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know. What am I doing? Yeah, so I know I'm gabbing a lot. Well, I have a beautiful painting that I found. Anthony is saying she will totally hold your hand. She gives recommendations based on the rendering and even suggests the special drills. Okay, so I'm not going to be overwhelmed. Um, what was I thinking? I forgot what I was thinking about. Forgot what I went to go read. That's it. It's out of my head. It's gone. Boop. If anybody remembers what I was saying, please let me know. Oh, I found a gorgeous, another artist that I don't know, of a fairy. And I'm in love with her. And I know that she's going to be a ton of confetti. Now, when I did originally send it over to Dreamer Designs, and I was like, every time I was uploading the photo, I couldn't get the photo into the canvas. And they were like, don't worry about Elisa. It's a special cut canvas. We'll special cut it for you. Um, and they did. They showed me how they were going to do it. And I was like, all right, let me hold off on this because I want to get a few finishes under my belt. So but I knew that it was going to be confetti, and I know that they can handle confetti. But I do think for this portrait, I wanted something with a little bit more upscale drills. And I could see from you and Mia, and I think Katie just did a Jade Gem Shop, but I didn't get a chance to watch that yet. I'm like, wow, her drills really look amazing. I love Apollo. I always say it, he's living my life, Apollo. He's just running wild, just, and then now you have that drone, and there was one shot, and I'm like, Anthony and Apollo look like the last man and dog on earth. You have to do that. I sometimes when I'm working, I'll put a screensaver on, and it's just a drone going around, beautiful places, and you live in a spectacular environment. And I was like, Anthony could totally sell these, renderings of his drone flying over. They're just so, so gorgeous. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, because I think that we're just like so ambitious, and we want it all. We want to just eat the world and do a lot too, because that's my fear is if I dipped my toe into DP with sparklers when it came to the Marie canvas, and I was happy in the end when I walked. It wasn't until I walked into my art room and I saw that her dress was sparkling from the ABs. I left them alone, but I switched out the ABs. She was a square for round ABs because I wanted it to look like it was actually round for squares from DP with sparklers that went through her hair. And her hair was just, you could have just saw the texture, and the gown was sparkling. I was like, I'm so glad I changed that out because I think all those ABs would have been too much also in her. It probably would have looked spectacular, but I think that that's my fear, that I would go overboard with um, that one, with being left. Well, I don't know. I think I'm contradicting myself. Well, probably because I can't make a decision, and I have done this. When I don't know what I want, I get everything. So, yeah, okay. Well, then I will have her look at it because I really do think that this will actually probably be something that she will want in her shop also, because it kind of looks like um, it's her aesthetic, and I think she kind of likes my aesthetic too. Um, yeah, so I will look into that. I would be fascinated to see how she would render it, because it's not only just a fairy, it's very dark, mossy shades. Um, is she really a fairy? She's not a fairy where they have like do the fairies have like, that's what, I don't have a lot of fairies because they have like the elf ears and I don't like them. I like regular ears. And she's a woman, and she might even be a nude. She might even be a nude too, or partially nude. and she has the wings on, and it's a very green, lush, mossy um, painting. I couldn't even tell you who it was from. It's another artist that I don't know. And I could spend hours in the public domain looking at pictures, looking at things and finding things and making, different kind of folders and stuff. And yeah, love it. Love it. All right. Okay. Let me see how I make out with 2025. I'm trying to make a plan to live long enough to diamond paint the diamond paintings that I don't even know are upstairs. Can someone help me? Did anyone see what I bought? Did I tell anybody what I bought? It is driving me nuts. I don't know what I bought. I have another box. Well, I guess when I open the box, I'll be as surprised as everybody else when I open the box. But I still have to do um, Sky Retreat and the other one from Simona, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised that she was with so many diamond painting companies. I always thought that an artist was always with just one company. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in there. I don't know what's in this box. And I know it's Dreamer Designs. What the heck did I buy? Did I really go off the deep end where I bought people that are so new to me that I don't even remember? It's going to be really funny if I open the box and it's 3 Curtises after I said to myself, I'm not buying any more Curtises. Not that I'm not buying. I was on a hold off from him. But I know what it is. Fairy Tale came to mind. It is a Curtis. It's Alice in Wonderland. Oh, and wait, Alice in Wonderland. It's 2 fairy tales. And I'm thinking, is it Snow White? Is it Rapunzel? It's Alice in Wonderland. Well, they're all from Dreamer Designs because I am like, that's the only box. They all came in one box. Wait, there's 3 in here. And the best was there's 4 in the other. I have 4 diamond paintings, and the only thing I can remember is Alice in Wonderland. Oh my God. That's all I can remember is Alice in Wonderland. Because I always wanted an Alice, and I went on Temu and I just put Alice in Wonderland in, and I bought a bunch of stuff to go into my art room because my art room is going to look like a bunch of fairy tales. That I know for sure. It's going to look like a bunch of, it's probably so new from Curtis that I don't know what it is. I can't believe this. I'm going to go upstairs right now and go find out what they are. You guys are lucky I'm not in my art room because it would look like an explosion because I would be ripping through those boxes right now. And I still have Snow Queen. So did I get, I got for sure 2 Curtises during this whole sale. And that's the other thing I wanted to tell you guys. If you're buying a lot of Dreamer Designs right now, I was done after Thanksgiving Thursday, and then it was Dreamer Designs. They sent me a little email. Oh, Elisa, welcome to the Platinum Club. I'm like, well, what's that? Like, oh, you have 100,000 points. I'm like, well, okay. Like, I don't think I've ever used my points, and that was $100. And so I remember it's Queen of the Raptors. I got her. I got Alice. It's coming back to me now. So I went with their Cyber Monday, which I think was maybe 30% off for regular. Yeah, I think it was. And then I thought I was going to use my points too. And they were like, no, it's one or the other. So I went and said, well, what's the 30% going to be? What's the $100 gift certificate going to be for my points? And I did better using my gift certificate than the 30% because the 30% was only giving me like $20 off of each kit, where the $100 is $100, and I had 4 kits. So Queen of the Raptors, it's coming back to me. Alice in Wonderland, I got 2 more to remember. I'll make a community post so everybody knows what the heck I bought and what the unboxings are going to be. I would never do a mystery kit. I would never be able to do a mystery kit. I would have to know what it is because I think I need to have a connection. And that was the other thing that I love that Katie did when she showed her rainy day stash and every one of the paintings that she had. And they're probably her rainy day stash because they mean a lot to her. she was saying what the connection to each one of those paintings were, and I really appreciated her, sharing emotionally what those paintings meant to her. Um, and that's just the way that I diamond paint too. I need to have, like, I lived in Florida. I'm not just doing this for the little retirement place that we're going to have. I did live in Florida, and flamingo is my favorite bird. I can't really even say that because I just put Queen of the Raptors. I love owls. I love eagles. I just love birds. I feed all the birds in the backyard. My husband said all these birds should have been flown south for the winter. I seen that. Oh my God. It is, I think it's Muka's greatest piece. And when I saw it, I thought of you. I thought of you, and I thought of the lead us not into temptation. I thought of you. I'm like, if anybody's going to do this, it's Anthony. Oh my God, yeah, you might cry. It is a very beautiful, beautiful painting, and oh, I'm just thinking about it in my mind. I cannot wait to see it. So excited for you that you're doing it. I love Muka. You know, I'd like to do a master class on any artist that I'm doing. And Gustav Klimt, I went pretty deep with him, but I thought that he was pretty, like, you kind of knew his technique with the gold foiling and all that. Muka is like peeling the biggest onion, you just keep going through these layers with him. And I didn't know that he photographed the models that he did his portraits on. And so I went to go look for the models and the painting, and I put that through one of my master classes. And you really get a different feel for the portraits when you look at the way that he posed, because he posed them in the photography. And just because when I would look at his paintings, I'm getting all emotional. When I would look at his paintings, I would be like, it's just he really captures the feminine essence, and the bare shoulder, or the head down, or the delicate, always with the delicate hands and feet. And when you look at the photography, the women were like, I mean, if they were even 5 foot, I don't even think they were, but he would bring them into his studio, and the lighting. And I love the elements that he would bring in, and the way that he draped the fabric. Like, and they also posed nude for him. They probably posed nude for him first before he was able to even drape fabric on them, because he really just enhanced their body, and it just comes through with the paintings. And then you get into the font work. I am such a font freak. From when I was a kid, I was making my own fonts, designing things. And I love things. I don't like straight lines. I like things that are swirly and circly and curvy. And if you look at a lot of his work, there's a lot of circles. He either encompasses things in circles, the hair is circles. Just, for as much as I know about him, I think I only scratched the surface with him. I think that there's just so much more to explore about Muka, about, his choice of color, and with the Sandra Bernhardt paintings, the way that he captured not only her, but the characters that she was playing. And that's why I think when he did that first poster for her, I think that was a fluke. Somebody that was supposed to do the poster, something happened, and she gave it to Muka, and when he did her first, I don't even know what play it was, but she said, "You're going to be famous." And was she right? And oh, I love all the liquor posters that he did, and even like things for like biscuits. And my favorite, and it's actually called Summer in Diamond Art Club. I get them confused. I'm like, Diamond Art Shop. Diamond Art Club has Summer, and it's the girl with the red poppies. And when I went looking for that, that's actually a Philadelphia poster. And it says Philadelphia on it, Philadelphia Carriage House Exhibit. And I know I'm not too far from historical Philadelphia. I'm like 15 minutes away. And I know where some of the old carriage houses are. And I was just like, oh my God, because it was like in the early 1900s. Oh, I need to take a breath. So get the smelling salts. Love Muka. Love him. Love him. I can't wait to see this painting. Can't wait. But I was telling you guys that, I love birds, and I'm feeding the birds out back. And my husband was like, "You got to stop feeding these birds. They can't even fly anymore. They're so round and fat. All the other birds flew south for the winter. These guys stay because you're feeding them." And he was getting on me because he cleaned the yard. He cleaned the yard for the party, and he was like, "Stop feeding the birds. They keep coming around. I want to have people be able to come outside and sit by the fire." And I love animals. What can I do? I love animals. I love them. I'm so glad that I took this out because I thought that I was going to finish it. Took it out during a live because I thought that I was going to finish this. But this is it. This is it for him. This is it right here, this little center part. But like I said, when I sat down, these are a lot of ABs. And do you guys see my messages popping up? I wonder. This is a lot of ABs here. And if I don't have my art dot putty, there's no way that I'm going to play around with setting all these ABs. Are you sticking up? Oh, there you go. There you go. One more here. Pen down. I think what I'm going to do is go order myself some soup. I was supposed to go away tomorrow. Tomorrow's my 3-year anniversary, and we always go to Cape May. The squirrel wants to come in my house. They recognize your car when you come home. I can no longer sit in my yard because the squirrel comes and wants to sit next to me. And if you ever see my cat, see around, look at him. Look at him. Nobody can come near me. He looks like a raccoon. He don't even look like a cat. I had to give him a lot of treats, so he left me alone so that I could diamond paint and have a live. There he is. But the little baby squirrel, I think he's orphaned, and he has like a little nip taken out of his ear, and every time he sees me, he walks up to me like this with his hands. He wants to come over and sit by me. And if I go outside to feed the birds, he'll run right up my leg, and I'm like, "Oh no, we can't have that." My friend Renee, it's Rim Cafe, and he has a famous little coffee shop on the Italian market in Philly where Rocky ran down the street. He's got a famous coffee shop there, and he has a little squirrel that comes over, like literally stands by the door and waits for him. And his name is Cannoli because Renee's famous for his cannolis. He does all different kind of cannolis, and so he named the squirrel Cannoli. And he lives like right there too, and the squirrel knows where he lives, and he bangs on the window. I'd rather have the squirrels. I'd rather have the squirrels and the birds. I just got a new Temu shirt. I can't wait to wear it. It says, "I like cats and maybe 3 people." That's me. It's so cute. I'll tell you one that I had. I don't even know if it's him. I was in the kitchen, and my window is right near my stove, and he was up against the window like this. Like, "She's here. She's here. You coming out? You giving me food?" He scared me to death because he ran up on the window and he just threw his hands up. And I startle easily. My husband could go in the kitchen, and if he came in here right now, I would jump. He's like, who do you think is here? It's me and you. Why are you always jumping?" I'm like, "I don't know. You just startle me." That's it. I think I'm done. I think I'm done. I think I have to do more of these like little pop-up videos because they're so pop-up lives because they're so much fun. And I appreciate everybody that hung in with my craziness and all my little stories and stuff that I do. And like I said, tomorrow with my members, I'm going to, if any of my members are here, I think I'm going to have like a little private chat with my members because they need to help me do my calendar for next year, right? Because it's like 2 weeks away. And they want to do a master class, but they don't know what they want to do a master class on. So I'm going to show them all my diamond paintings that I have, and that if anybody wants to get one, then we can do a master class on that particular painting. But being that Chosen is 3/4 of the way done, I think that I should share it with my subscribers too, and say, "This is where we are, and the next time you'll see it is when it's finished." Because I know Lizette does that too. Like, she'll have just members that see her canvases, and then when she gets to like a halfway mark, she'll show everyone. So I think that that's what I'm going to do tomorrow with my members. Hopefully I feel all right to do it. Like I said, I had to cancel my little getaway to Cape May for my anniversary. And so my husband's already sick in bed. So if I'm feeling all right, I'll be spending time with you guys. But I thank you for being here. I'm going to go order my wonton. I don't know if I want wonton or pho tonight. I can eat Asian food every day of the week. I'm 100% Sicilian, but I can eat Asian food. I can eat pho every day of the week. But I think I want to get, I think I want pho. I had wonton soup the other day with extra broth. That's what I'm having. My husband don't feel good. He'll appreciate that. And that's it, my loves. Thank you for hanging in. I hope that you are where you are and where you want to be and doing what you want to do. That's my rules for life. You know, I'm where I want to be. I'm doing what I want to do, and I'm making the best of every day, creating every single day. Thank you for being here. I am going to sign off, and I like to jump in bed with my husband, but he's sick. I guess I'll be sleeping in my art room today. Take care.